Let me do it for you. Inside Service, Episode 4. I'm Rich Malky, your host. Today, we're going to be hitting some hot topics. These hot topics really revolve around the meeting we had this morning, our first meeting since January. So through the pandemic, we were only really able to stay in touch via technology. So today we broke that, and we finally all got together, social distance and proper, right, Jer?
Yes, everybody was 6 feet. We sanitized, we hand sanitized, we put gloves on, everybody had masks on.
Yes. So, with that said, I'm going to roll into some of these hot topics because, again, this is Inside Service. This is meant to let you know what's going on inside service companies, what we're talking about, what we're doing, and hopefully we're going to break down perceptions, break down barriers, build bridges, and raise some questions and raise some thoughts, some thought-provoking topics to help you get involved. Let's talk more, let's learn from each other. And the first thing is PMs. So, very, very, very important topic here in the service company, in the food equipment industry, refrigeration, HVAC, right? PMs. What does a PM mean? For those of you that are watching and say, what are you talking about? It's planned maintenance. So, years ago, we used to say preventive all the time, preventive, done, I'm done with that. It's been planned maintenance here for years now, because we actually can't prevent anything, but we can plan maintenance and hopefully catch things ahead of time, just like you do when you take your car for service or you take your body to the doctor and to get checkups. It's planned maintenance. So we talk often about what does a planned maintenance agreement look like? What do we actually do? I think there's a lot of misperception on what an actual PM is. In the simplest way I can put it is, we are looking for all the things, first by through looking at it. I mean, a technician can go out there and they can physically eyeball things and understand. Listen, we can go to a walk-in and see a door closer hanging off. We can see a door gasket ripped and teared. We can see switches falling out of sockets. These are all things we can eyeball. So we want to go and catch all these little problems. These little problems become big problems. Refrigeration, right? We want to clean coils. We want to check refrigerant levels. We want to check for leaks. We want to do all these things so we understand if there's a larger problem coming down the line, we can catch it and we can say, hey, listen, this is what needs to be done, and then we can actually give them, the information to make those decisions on repair versus replace. So we need to go in and we have checklists. We have the DeLime steamers. We're changing filters. We are sanitizing ice machines, and so on and so forth. That and this is a very important piece to all the equipment in your facility, no matter what food service operation you have. You're spending so much money on this equipment. Why wouldn't you invest what you need to invest to keep the integrity of that equipment so you have that piece, whether it's 5 to 7 years or 7 to 10 years, versus just riding it till the wheels fall off and you have it for a year or two? Get your money's worth out of it, put a PM in place. We talk about that a lot here, a lot more than ever. Vans. Okay, so what were we talking about with vans today? A couple of things we were talking about. We are talking about inventory. We're talking about upkeep. We're talking about the cleanliness of it. These are all things that, often for us here, and maybe if you're in a service company, and I've spoken to many other people, and I know we're not alone on this, but sometimes these things can fall to the wayside. Why? Because we're so busy taking care of customers, and, in a normal world, we'll call it normal world, outside of the pandemic, this place is pumping. It's crazy. And we're still busy. We're still thankful for everything that we have. Everybody's back working. But when you get so crazy busy, sometimes van upkeep is something that you put to the side, as far as making sure, the cabs are clean, making sure inventories and everything's everything's in its place. So again, the pandemic, thankfully, there's been a lot of pros in this. It's allowed us the time to reel everything back, get these guys in one by one, go through everything. We're getting ready to re-inventory things. So vans. And then repair versus replace. In that sense, we have to figure out, we're putting all this money into vans. When is the time to replace it? So for me right now, we're rocking with Ford Transits. I don't know what you guys, let me know your favorite vehicle that you guys are rocking with right now. For us, it's the Ford Transits, and they've been great. And we have maybe 1 or 2 old ones left, and it's we're working on figuring out how we're gonna get those off the road soon and put the new ones in. And so, that's again, these little things behind the scenes that you just don't realize or are thinking about. Very important. Customer responsibilities. So Tiffany over here, who will remain unseen, she doesn't want to be on camera. Correct? Correct. So we will oblige her on that. So, customer responsibility. But she mentioned, when customers call in, customers have responsibilities. And I understand we want to give a customer experience, okay? We want to give you everything you need. We want to give you the care. Malachi cares. We want to give you that care factor. We want to give you everything that you deserve when you call here, so you get what you pay for. But there is that meat in the middle. We need the model. We need the serial. We would love to have the installation date, especially when warranty calls are coming in. You have to have these things ready. And I'm saying this in 2020 because it still doesn't happen. And my father, is sitting here. We were talking about this 20 years ago when I first walked into the building, and he was giving me the rundown. We still can't get model, serial, install date. So we need those things. It also helps if we could just slow down and really begin to develop a relationship on the phone. What's the best times to come in? First call for us here in Jersey is 8 a.m. It's very hard to, say, okay, well, first call needs to be 10 a.m. It's very hard for us to accommodate that. Our guys are out on the road at 7 a.m. We need to start the day. We have a lot of calls to get to. We can't hold back guys out of the gate to 10 a.m. So you have to understand there's going to be a little bit of leeway. We have to work with each other. So 8 a.m. is that first call. And understanding the installation, understanding for customer responsibility, installation, site surveys. When we give you the information, you need to do something with that information, whether it be updating the electrical. A plumber might need to come in to change, piping for water or gas. So all these utilities are proper when we get there to do that installation and make it seamless. So, and the communication is always key. So customer responsibilities, we talk about it up here all the time. And it's just, it happens so often. I mean, Jared, you could attest to it.
Mm-hmm.
We give all this information, we communicate, we show up, and the job site ain't ready.
Mm-hmm.
This is a killer to the service company. We're rolling trucks, we're rolling men, we're rolling the wheels. There's time invested. We're a business. We need to account for all this time. We have something here called unbillable hours. That's what that becomes.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I say there's customer responsibility, I don't say that like you better do what we tell you. I mean that like this is a partnership, this is a relationship. We need to talk and understand what's going to work best for everybody so we can get it done for you.
Mano y mano.
Lastly, I'm going to jump into technology. Technology is huge. We got the tablets on the vans finally. Round of applause. They're working, they're rocking, we're taking videos, we're taking pictures, we're becoming more transparent, and we're going to be working with a company called XOI. So we're going to be implementing XOI, and I'm going to be talking more about that on this channel more and more as we develop and get to understand it better. It's going to significantly make us more transparent to our customers, and we're just getting started on that. But being transparent through technology is the number one thing for me from the operations standpoint here as we begin to really focus on customer experience. We're in a business that sometimes that kind of can get lost in the shuffle because we're running guys jobs, right? We're running guys to jobs. We're just trying to get things done. Here's your invoice, and we're out onto the next one. I don't want it to be that way, and I know technology is going to help that tremendously. With the pictures, with the videos, and text messaging, and some other things that we're going to be implementing at some point, which I can't say just yet. So important for us here as we talk about. I just got distracted because first of all, we have a child here in school having a blast up in that office. Anyway, he's up there screaming and yelling and laughing. It's great. Virtual learning. So to finish this off, again, technology, guys, so important inside the doors of a service company. Let me know what's going on with technology in your company. Is there something we should be looking at, something we should be paying attention to? I'm going to take it down. This is Inside Service, episode 4. Jared, how long is this video?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10
We
minutes.
gotta shut it down. You probably have to go off into the weekend and enjoy some beers or coffee or Halloween, horror
Wine.
fests, whatever you're doing. I appreciate you joining me on this video. Episode 4, Inside Service. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you